Alright, we are back for game number 2 in this best of 3 with Iolani, my bad, Iolani versus Leilehua. I am Joshua Feck as Quest, and I'm going to rearrange the icons here. So yeah, top lane Scion. I talked about it in the Champion Select. I'm excited to see what Peanut Jelly has to offer here. He is starting the Doran's Blade. Actually, let's see how much AP he has. No AP. That is a top lane AD Scion. I'm excited. Either way, it's like the Great Saiyaman looking to pull something a little quick here. Going around the back way. Sprigster does have his stun on charged up. Took that Incinerate first and able to get it charged up, and looks like we're gonna have Eternal Blade, 808 come around, maybe try to pinch him in if they catch out Willy the Squid. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's like playing the waiting game right now. Oh, there comes Sprigster popping into action. I don't think he's gonna catch anybody though. Actually, he does get a little auto attack down. A couple auto attacks, but that's about it. But it looks like the Great Saiyaman is going to come in for a... No, he's not going to come in for a delayed invade. He's just going to go back to his red. Call it a day. And both junglers going to start toward the lower side, toward their bot lane, which means they'll be working their way up. Meet each other around 3 minutes if they both gank the top lane at the same time. Makes for some interesting counter jungling. So let's see how much AD he has. So yeah, 107 AD at level 1. He's already going to start getting extra health from his E. Actually, I don't even know his... What is that called? Enrage. Death Caress. I actually know that. Cryptic Gaze. And then Cannibalism. I don't get to call a Scion too often. So there's the poke coming down from Sprigster, and Aloha following up as well onto Blaster 828. Early damage onto him. So yeah, last hitting as... Oh, there's the level advantage coming out, but the Peanut Jelly with his AD ratios coming out to... He can trade back no problem, especially early game. When he gets Death's Caress up... Oh, there's actually a Zenith Blade onto Sprigster. It looks like Sprigster goes up to stun Blaster 828. Meanwhile, Aloha just auto attacks Willy the Squid. It's a little bit damage traded on both sides there. But oh, Blaster 828 getting a little bit more onto the on the after trade with his Piltover Beastmaker. Some aggression coming out from Eternal Blade, but also a little aggression coming out bot lane from Willy the Squid. First Blood actually goes over from the Ignite on Willy the Squid, locking down Sprigster with the Zenith Blade and finishing him off from there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Eternal Blade 808 not really faring too well in those early trades with Opops. And I think Opops might be looking to get a bit aggressive here. Playful Trickster still up. Looks like Livid coming around, might be looking for a, I say there's Playful Trickster, but the Ignite is down onto him. And there was a flash and a Vault Breaker from Livid. Don't think he meant to do that. And that is going to be a kill. A huge miscalculation coming out from Livid, coming out from Opops. That was 2 free kills going over to Leilehua. Double buffs actually going over to Eternal Blade 808. That's going to be a huge disadvantage for Iolani. Not the way they envisioned that. A little miscalculation there. Go back to the drawing board and perhaps try that one again, because I mean, double buffs on a Fizz, not the most fun thing in the world. Having Playful Trickster up that low on that low of a cooldown, it's a little hard to contend with early on. But the barrier is down from Eternal Blade, so I mean they have killing potential. He still has the flash up. So yeah, see what happens. Meanwhile, that is one thing about Scion. He's not a big wave pusher until he gets Ravenous Hydra as far as AD Scion is concerned. Because you can pop Death's Caress, have use the Ravenous Hydra, proc it, and then pop the Death's Caress And that actually clears away very quickly, especially with AD Scion, because his AD ratios are so huge, or at least his AD scaling, I guess I should say, with his E, with the levels in his E. It's very huge. And there's taking advantage of the blue buff and the red buff from Eternal Blade. Opop's getting quite a bit of damage put onto him, and slowed from that red buff as well. Looks like this Great Saiyaman coming around the back. There's no vision down in the bot lane for Iolani. So this might be a clean gank in the bot lane whenever Great Saiyaman decides to go on. He's going on now. There's a stun onto Blaster 828, but really the Squid being a great protector, Zenith Blade and Great Saiyaman keeping him locked down. Not much is going to happen here. Livid making his way down to bot lane. Might actually pick up a kill, charging that Vault Breaker, going toward Aloha. Gets a flash out of him at least. Oh, there's a Zenith Blade. Willer Squid not going to back down yet. That's a flash out. The Ignite is on him. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's chugging health pots. He's going to actually live off of that one. A lot of summoners being burned in that bot lane from both sides, but no kills coming out of any of it. Wasagi being thrown out from Opop's Tornado. Not going to hit too much. I think he might have farmed a minion. That's about it. So looks like Peanut Jelly with a few levels up now. Gonna go in on the offensive here. Has 3 levels in his Enrage already, and that gives him 147 AD. That's huge. AD Scion, people underestimate him as far as laning power. He is a monster. He has massive AD scaling, like I've already been talking about. He gets health off every minion kill. It's extremely easy to last hit with him. He has a shield, he has a stun, he has a attack speed boost and lifesteal boost in his cannibalism ult. It's very devastating to take him on. But either way, gank coming out in the mid lane. There's the wind wall gonna block out the Chum of the Waters. I actually don't know if that blocked it out. I don't know if it landed on the wind wall and that's where it goes, or if he just misplaced, if Eternal Blade 808 just misplaced it. But either way, Opop's gonna make it out, no problem. And there's Death Caress and the stun coming in handy in the top lane against that Shyvana. The Death Caress will block most of the burnout from Shyvana. And there's more aggression coming out from Eternal Blade 808. He actually does have a slight item advantage. It's hard to tell, as Opop's Yasuo does get the double crit benefit from that gauntlet. Or what is that? I forget actually what it's called. This is Brawler's Glove. See how it works out. Farm is pretty even in that mid lane. The Peanut Jelly and Blaster 828 though taking over their counterparts in farm. Being able to outfarm them just a little bit, not too much. More so in the top lane than the mid lane, or in the bot lane. Actually it's just about even at this point. Just about. Anyway, Blaster 828, there he goes. So he's holding on to that headshot. I might want to get a little poke on his Sprig, but not happening. He'll just use regular auto attacks for it. Ardent Blaze, not going to hit anybody from Aloha. There's the Yordle Snap Trap. And he's about the size of a Yordle, so the Snap Trap works just as well. But not going to catch a little critter today. So Blaster 828 freezing this lane. Gonna increase that that minion gap, that CS gap even more. No. And there's a stun on the Blaster 828, but not much really gonna follow it up. Aloha trying to farm as far away as possible if he gets anywhere close, especially with Sprigster not having that stun, or Tibbers for that matter. And actually, there's a level 6 advantage. There's Solar Flare, but the Zenith Blade actually misses onto Aloha. We're going to see if they can make this one worth it. There's Ignite being thrown down onto Sprigster. Ace in the hole's being held from Blaster 828. No reason to actually use it right now. And there's a lot of damage going on in the bot lane. And some aggression going on in the mid lane as well. Eternal Blade does have the level advantage. Livid not landing so well with the Vault Breakers, but there's Chum of the Water is going to lock down Opops along with the Sonic Wave from what was his name? From the Great Saiyaman. He's just going to chase down Livid. And actually Blaster 828 going to tower dive this one. That was actually just out of tower dive range. So Blaster 828 does pick up a kill onto Aloha. Sprigster had to go back from that earlier skirmish. Here's some aggression coming out of the top lane. As you can see, Shyvana not really getting the better end of this one. He actually has the dragon out in rage, or no, cannibalism. Going to just, going to allow Peanut Jelly to lifesteal fully onto this one. There's a Tiamat proc, going to pick up a kill underneath turret onto Shyvana. Peanut Jelly already has being that lane bully as Sion can be. He starts to fall off. I mean, AD Sion literally does not fall off. You're always increasing your health. You're always farming. I mean, you don't fall off as an AD Sion, but in team fights, AD Sion has a little bit of positioning problems. Actually, this is one of the reasons why I'm excited to see Peanut Jelly play onto Sion, because every time I play on Sion, AD Sion, I do so well in lane, but it doesn't really translate into anything into team fights because I'm still just a massive walking hunk of meat that just gets taken down. But either way, as I was talking, Leilehua taking out the first dragon of the game. They're establishing that early objective control, and it looks like they're getting a little bit of vision on into the jungle of Iolani. So Willie the Squid has Solar Flare up. That's a very interesting trap position from Blaster 828. That's really a zoning way of zoning out Aloha from getting farm. It's very similar to the way a Heimerdinger replaces turrets, except they're in trap form. He's gonna make just a line in the lane down there. But Great Saiyaman might be looking to get a gank. Willie the Squid going heavy here, gets the Zenith Blade up. Both junglers are bot lane, and Aloha just gets melted. Willie the Squid picking up the kill. Tibber is not gonna do too much damage here. Yeah, that was a clean kill. Going over to Willie. Well, actually, Willie the Squid, nothing much following up afterward. Aloha falling for free pretty much. Bit of damage. Looks like Livid might be looking to tower dive this one. Yeah, he's going around back. There's a flash and a Zenith Blade from Willie the Squid. Gonna lock down the Great Saiyaman enough for Livid to pick up the kill. Sprigster looking to make it out of there, and he's going to. Just gonna proxy that wave. Might even take the first turret of the game. And there's the first turret of the game. Thank you, Rabbi Scuzz. I am Best Scion NA. The Peanut Jelly may turn that around, though. Might be calling it Peanut Jelly Best Scion NA, but either way. First turret of the game going over to Iolani. They are 3K up despite their early miscalculations from ganks. Looks like Liv is going to follow up. It doesn't have mana to really follow up with the Assault and Battery, but Opops is there. Doesn't need mana. Chump of the Waters is up, but he just Playful Trickster's out of there. Willie the Squid not going to be in range for that Zenith Blade. Just barely misses, actually. But either way, they're going to, looks like most of Iolani is just going to swing around to the mid lane. Red buff steal not going to land for a Blaster 828, but he's actually in a bad position. Gets locked down and taken out by Eternal Blade 808. And now Willie the Squid going to be aggressed upon here. There's some vision onto him as well, and actually might fall. No, this. Oh, there's Chum of the Waters, and actually Dragon's Ray quick kick going to pick up the kill for Great Saiyaman. So yeah, I think Chum of the Waters stops right at the wind wall. So if it hits the wind wall, it doesn't disappear like most projectiles. It just stops. That's the second time that it landed onto the wind wall and just stopped. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. And there's Ravenous Hydra from the Peanut Jelly. And Descaress is showing the wave clear potential of an AD Scion. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Leilehua looking to take out that mid lane turret and even up the turrets, or at least try to get even up the turrets, as Peanut Jelly took the second turret of the game in top lane. There's a huge wave, but Blaster 828 in that bot lane, gonna just push it back. Has quite a bit of wave clear on the Caitlyn right now. Has Bloodthirster up. Bloodthirster in her inventory. Just has all the power in the world there. Peanut Jelly looking to steal this blue buff, does not get it. Smite coming out from the Great Saiyaman. There's Dragon Ascent also from Shyvana. Looks like it's going to be a 2v1. Cannibalism is coming out, and that's going to help the Peanut Jelly stay alive here for Opops, long enough for Opops to come up. And yeah, you can't really take out, but might be a burst coming out from Eternal Blade 808. Chum of the Waters not up. There's a flash from the Peanut Jelly over the wall. Oh, did get the knock up from Opops and the last breath, but it's not going to be enough to take out Shyvana. Meanwhile, there's Livid. Livid, he's been a little off point with these Vault Breakers. This is very surprising based on the fantastic game he had last game, in the first game of the best of 3. It's actually costing his team kills and lane control, as he did give over that early game blue buff to Eternal Blade 808. With that miscalculated, very miscalculated flash and Vault Breaker earlier with the tower dive. So I'm actually rather surprised to see him a little off point here. Well, with that being said, the towers are still in the favor of Iolani, along with the gold lead. 3K gold leading this game from Iolani right now. Kills are even. They're actually doing a lot better on kills on Leilehua's side. Like I said, part of that is from miscalculations. Misplays, I guess it would also be called. So it looks like Peanut Jelly just going to do what he did last game. Farm up as much as possible. What he did with that Singe in the top lane. And just proxy the wave and try to create as much attention as possible. But Opops getting a flash force out of him. There's Assault and Battery. And actually that that allowed for the Last Whisper to come up. Or Last Breath, I should say. Last Whisper is the item. Jump in the Water is going to lock down Livid. But Ace in the hold going to pick up a kill for Blaster 828 onto Saiyaman. And there's the Solar Flare. Sprig's more than likely going to go down here. Double kill going over to Blaster 828. Now they're on the chase over to Aloha. I don't think they're going to get him, but Livid in a tower dive successfully onto Eternal Blade, changing from earlier in the game when he horribly failed that turret dive, making up for the time earlier. Opops might be in trouble here. Dragon's Ascent is up, and I don't think he has anywhere to run here. He doesn't have a flash anymore. Dragon's Ascent coming out. Don't even think it was needed, honestly, but just for good measure, he does pick it up. Pick up the kill onto Opops. Opops not having the best time in lane. He's actually quite far ahead in CS, but that's about it. With that being said, though, dragging the Dragon, I guess you could say, out of the top lane, that leaves the Peanut Jelly to farm even more and actually get that top inner turret down to half health. Without Dragon's Ascent up, Peanut Jelly has no trouble taking out, or dueling, I guess I should say, Shyvana. So Leilehua has to be careful. They had a good advantage early on. They have to be careful with skirmishes like this. It's not worth it. I mean, Shyvana just went in for nothing and got nothing besides a little bit of damage put onto him. And it looks like the second dragon of the game coming up. It looks like Iolani is going to try to take it here, and he does get it. Smite and Resonating Strike not going to be enough from Saiyaman. And actually, Great Saiyaman did not even use a Smite. Was not there in time. So first dragon for Iolani being picked up at about the 18-minute mark. Second dragon of the game. First dragon did go over to Leilehua, if you don't know the math figures there. I have gotten better at math over the years. Rabbe Scuzz, if he is still in this room, can vouch for that, I guess. Or at least me doing solid math there compared to what I used to do. I think that's a show of improvement. Either way, Sprigster going to keep some vision control in that bot lane for his team. At least try. Iolani still has wards peppered throughout Leilehua's red buff jungle. And yeah, they're not going to catch up to Peanut Jelly. There's really not much CC on the team of Leilehua besides slows and a potential stun from Sprigster's Annie. Meanwhile, though, the Peanut Jelly has an on-target stun, which he might be looking to use here, along with a lockdown like that. Vault Breaker and Last Breath coming out, along with the Assault and Battery. That was enough to take down Eternal Blade. No problem. There's the bot lane, the Culling and Annie's Tibbers coming out. But Will-O-Wisp Squid pretty much took out all that damage, and that's what he's there for, tanky support. This did help save Blaster 828, and quite a bit of damage got to put onto Aloha and Sprigster. So they're going to have to be cautious in that bot lane, as Blaster 828 is not going to ease up. And there's 50 gold going over to him from Tibbers. He'll be glad to take that.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And there's mid lane turret. Meanwhile, Opops, yeah, I guess he's not really been contested in that mid lane. A lot of attention being dragged up to the top lane, and with Fizz being down, Eternal Blade falling earlier, he has really nowhere to go besides that mid lane to try to take it out. And there's Smite coming out again from Great Saiyaman. Go secure that blue buff. Peanut Jelly can not been able to steal it, but has been able to force a Smite out of Great Saiyaman. That might be beneficial later on. Looks like he's just going to interrupt the Peanut Jelly. Be a little bit of a nuisance. Meanwhile, the bot lane, Static Shiv, Piltover Peacemaker. No problem for a wave clear from Blaster 828. He almost has that bot lane down, and actually I believe this is going to be bot lane turret. Inner turret going down. So once again, Iolani playing the early game a little bit rough, but recovering it very well, and playing the objective game to the best that they can. 4 turrets going down along with a dragon. It's going to set the gold about a 9k difference right now in their favor. Leilehua slowly losing the advantage they had in early game from the mishaps of Iolani. And they could have come back. They could have kept that advantage, but like I said, they've slowly been letting it slip away. I do like the noises that a Yasuo throws out. Very comical to me. A little bit of aggression coming out from Eternal Blade. Great Saiyaman is there as well. Opop's throwing out the tornado, so we're not going to have to worry about the last breath for just a moment. But Livid is there, has Assault and Battery up, and there it is. There's the combo. Last breath and the Assault and Battery. And that was a little bit of a delayed Zanya. Should have Zanya'd the Assault and Battery, along with the last breath coming out, but what's done is done. Eternal Blade falling once again. I'm very surprised to not see a Vi banned out in this game, honestly. Leilehua decided to ban out the Katarina in the early, as a 3rd ban instead of the Vi. Not sure if they fear it from the Opops, but I mean, the combination of Yasuo and a Vi, you kind of have to ban one of those two, especially with Livid, who played a very good game on Vi last game. But either way, Great Saiyaman going to be contested a little bit here, but he's going to be getting out as any Lee Sin does. Solar Flare catching out Aloha and Sprigster, but Tibbers catching out Blaster 828. I don't think it's going to be enough to actually kill him, though. No, Blaster 828 just stands there, picks up a kill. Ace in the hole, going to be canceled. And actually stood in the bush as well, so he got the headshot onto Sprigster. So yeah, game getting even more out of control for Leilehua. Peanut Jelly gonna join in with the fun right now. Doesn't have any take items, but obviously doesn't need it. Pop that Cannibalism through the Ignite down. Got quite a bit of damage onto Eternal Blade and actually picked up a kill there along with 2v1ing. And there's Zenith Blade gonna land onto Shyvana. Forces the flash at him. Whoa, Willy the Squid gonna fall to a turret shot. And there's a stun onto Blaster 828. This might actually be a dead Blaster 828. Ignite is thrown down, and it gets a flash blown out of him as well. No barrier! Actually gets a kill onto Saiyaman. There's Assault and Battery onto Sprigster. Livid's going to get out of there more than likely. Peanut Jelly, no, he's going to turn back in since Peanut Jelly's there. There's this flash and the, I think that was just an auto attack, or that might have been a Ravenous Hydra. Either way, flash and kill from Peanut Jelly. What a turnaround from Iolani. That was Blaster 828 barely making it out. That was insane. But he has quite a bit of the lifesteal from that Bloodthirster on his side. So, yeah, I'm actually noticing right now the Peanut Jelly, who has that Ravenous Hydra, has that Static Shiv, has the Zeal as well. Not sure if that's going to be, I think that's a Phantom Dancer. Is usually if you get a Static Shiv, you don't go Phantom Dancer. That may be a Triforce Scion. That'll be interesting to see. So yeah, he does have that Zeal. He picked up another dagger. Don't know where that fits into it. I think, who knows, that might be a Phantom Dancer. We'll see how it goes here. Either way, it looks like there's going to be a skirmish on the bot lane. Solar Flare catching out Great Saiyaman and Aloha. And that's going to allow Livid to just pretty much do whatever he wants there. But Ace in the hole, not going to find the kill. But Opops does in the bot lane, and now he's joined in with the fight. Assault and Battery is not up to proc the last breath, but he doesn't even need it. Double kill going over to Opops. He's got himself back into this game with that Infinity Edge and Static Shiv. Has the double crit. And A little bit less on the crit damage, but I mean we have double crit. Well, it almost doesn't even matter. Some auto attacks from Blaster 828, just waiting for his buddy O-Pops to shove the wave here. And the wind wall does not block turret shots, just for anybody who is curious about that. There's a mid lane turret going down. Inner mid lane turret, 9 kills and 19 in favor of Iolani. Oh, my bad. Let me switch over here. Pink ward being taken out by Livid. Iolani in a pretty good position right now. Said it's going to be very hard for Leilehua to come back on this one. So looks like Iolani's just going to back off and pick up some objectives. Got a dragon. He's picking up their buffs. Everyone's just going to farm up and go back with Dupino Jelly shoving in that bot lane. As I said, Scion, 257 farm right now with Death Caress, a Ravenous Hydra, and the Ravenous Hydra active. It takes literally 2 seconds to clear almost an entire wave. It is the AD Scion has insane wave clear potential. And yeah, he picked up a Phantom Dancer. So that's Phantom Dancer Static Shiv. You don't see that too often. I don't even think I've ever seen it, especially in a serious game. So he's gonna go back up top lane, shove that wave. I'm gonna look at that. He has an incredible amount of attack speed right now. 1.6 attacks every second, or every 1.6 seconds, I should say. Or how does that go? Is that even attack speed? Yeah. Either way. Yeah, no, it's 1.6 attacks every second. I got it. No worries. That was me speaking the tooltips there. But either way, 2-man dragon going down, and now Leilehua have vision on it, but there's really nothing they can do about it. Great Saiyaman is nowhere near to smite it. Looks like Shyvana is going to try to drag the Sin. Might try to pick it up here. Does not get it. And in fact, the smite wasn't even down from Livid. And yeah, Shyvana just gave her life for that one. It was worth a shot. Not really much you could do about it. And there's Solar Flare catching out Sprigster. That's more like, yeah, it's a dead Sprigster. Just melting. Aloha. Let's throw out his... Oh, there's a 2-man Last Breath. Zani is being popped from Eternal Blade, but it's only for to delay the inevitable. Kill being picked up from Blaster 828, and the headshot, Ace in the Hole rather, being canceled, but just goes into range and picks up again. And there's that headshot giving quite a bit of health back. And we have a split push going on right now. Turrets going down in all places. Mid lane inhibitor turret going down. Top lane inhibitor turret being hit on right now. No one can really stop the Peanut Jelly. This is not looking good for Leilehua. I've said it before. I don't think they could really come back from it in this one. This is a best of 3, and this is the... Oh, there's Assault and Battery on the Great Saiyaman, but the Piltover Peacemaker actually picks up a double kill. Great Saiyaman and Aloha. Livid. Oh, their Sprigster getting caught again with the Solar Flare. I had $1 for every time that happened. Be a pretty wealthy Fekez right now. There's a flash being popped from the Shyvana. Not much happening there. 4 for 0. Inhibitors going down. 926 right now in favor as far as kills are concerned. O-Pop split pushing the bot lane. And there's another inhibitor going to go down. These only the 2 Nexus turrets to stand for Leilehua. And yeah, those aren't going to stand very long either. Aloha is there, but I mean, there's Last Breath with the knockup from O-Pops. And that picks up a double kill onto Fizz and Lucian. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So impressive play from the Peanut Jelly. 4-0, 401 rather, 401. It's the only one of this team that did not die